would say all nations, 7.9 plus billions of humans. I hope we are all on the same page on this regard, that I'm providing very, very crucial, very, very important civil justice sign up for myself, and it's a multitasking. And what this session is all about, there is I don't have to provide more, long, delayed overview, but this is all about National Patients Account Services. So what that means? So I already said, right? So I already provided long sessions of what is collections agencies and what is credit score and all that stuff. So that's a crime. So then we all kneel down on the forehead of Pope Francis. So with this civil justice, it's not only I am kneeling down on the forehead of Pope Francis. Got it? 7.9 plus billions of humans, 193 nations, and that many national leaders, and 46 presidents, and Republican Senate, Republican GOP, Republican Congress, Republican House of Representatives, Democrat Congress, Democrat GOP, Democrat Congress, House of Representatives. Count by count, they all nailed on the forehead of Pope Francis. How? Because I displayed it. So in 2013, they started this, right? They were asking, are there any civilians who can work committed to display who creates poverty? So President Obama was able to only start the Affordable Healthcare Exchange, that's all. It's a baby step, it's a stepping stone, that's all. So nobody knew, I never knew, I will be the only one chosen by God to decode all this crime. All USA wanted is, who is the creator of poverty? Why people are getting that long medical billing, the list? Why? People knew something is not right in the Medicaid software services, but they just never could not figure out the root cause. So when nobody was able to figure it out, after 500 long years, I displayed the true criminal to the USA. Do you all think Pope Francis will be left out to live free anymore? No, right? Because it is I who is going to say what type of civil justice I want. For Pope Francis created damages to me, isn't it? I want Pope Francis to jump in the volcano and be gone in ashes. Queen Elizabeth also created damages to me, and I want her also to jump in the volcano and to be gone in ashes. And I want all the Islam leaders, Dalai Lamas and Yoga Gurus to be gone in ashes only. So what is this National Patients Account Services? It is nothing but the collections agencies. So let's say if I have a cancer, so I have to go and check where is the cancer hospital, right? So let's say I do not have insurance. So I go to one cancer hospital. Let's say St. Mary's Cancer Hospital. Okay. So then they will say, oh, do you have insurance? Then I will say, no, I do not have insurance. Okay, don't worry, we will take care of it. And they will provide the cancer diagnosis. So billing 1 will be for X-ray, billing 2 will be for chemotherapy, billing 3 for lab test, and billing 3 for biopsy test, billing 5 for commuting test. Commuting means what? Commuting from all the way from home to the hospital also cost, right? But we have to pay that out of pocket, but they really don't mind. If you're a cancer patient, they hit a jackpot. The hospitals, the St. Mary's hospitals, the Roman Catholic Christian hospitals, like Mother Teresa or Christian, Roman Catholic Christian orphanages, like that, they hit a jackpot. Got it? So the moment when they comes to know that a cancer patient is waiting in the hallway, oh, the doctors will be happiest forever. Right? Why? Because they are the one who's going to sign up the billing cost. Okay, so how many billing costs? Chemotherapy, scan, CT scan, ultra scan, What not scan? Under the scan category, you have lots. X-ray. Then from therapies, there is radiotherapy, chemotherapy, laser therapy, right? Then for test labs, you have blood test and the thyroid test and the hormones test and enzyme test and blood cells and bones test and so many test labs. That many bills will be accumulated. Let's say $1,000 for each thing, and then accumulate that. Okay, then physiotherapy, occupational therapy, this, that. Then they will say, oh, for removing any of the internal organs, we can even provide a replacement. So that test, that cost. Okay, that comes under the cosmetology or organ replacement. Like some people might have cleft lip, right? And they can correct that facial malfunction like that. Then organ transplant billing, right? Then organ donors billing, then hospital billing, then patients billing, then the providers billing, then the tax billing, sales tax, federal tax for each item. If you're going to have a brain tumor, then the brain tumor will have a sales tax, federal tax and state tax for it. People never knew. Then if you're going to have a heart attack, then your heart will be sold as a sales tax, federal tax and state tax. Then if you're going to have a kidney dialysis, then your kidney will be having sales tax, federal tax and whatever tax you name it, right? Then your ovum has sales tax, federal tax and whatever tax. Then your sperm have sales tax, federal tax and then whatever tax, state tax. So how many billing? Billing 1 will be the hospital admin billing. Then billing 2 will be your patient's billing. So if I'm going and I'm having a kidney dialysis and I'm having a cancer and I'm having a brain tumor, so doctors will hit the jackpot, right? It's a lottery for them. They wanted that only. So one cancer patient, $10,000 or per day they can earn. Let's put a rough math here. So let's say if the doctor is going to have 10 cancer patients per day, will get $100,000 when he is going to home, take home salary. Because for them, the tax, everything will be subsidized, meaning less or not even, because they are doctors, the gods of the USA, they are jumped from the heaven like that mode, right? Okay. So then, where those tax dollars goes? Where? It goes right inside the belly of Queen Elizabeth II and Pope Francis II and all the Islam leaders who create wars, right? Everyday wars. Yeah. Those are the prostitutes, right? Yeah. Syria war creator, Syria leader, Iran leader. Yeah, it goes right inside the belly of them. And then more crime provided by Dalai Lama and the yoga gurus in the India and Asian nations. It all goes to their belly only. So who gets tortured here? It's only cancer patient. Not even workplace. I said, oh, you are having cancer, oh sorry. Please come to the work tomorrow or get resign immediately. This is what the work police will say. Then the banking sectors will not even provide any help because you're cancer. When you're having cancer, they will just back off. It's a risky, right? You might get loan today for 10 million, tomorrow you might die out of cancer. So they cannot run after you and ask you because you will die. So for a hospital doctor, it's a jackpot if you are having cancer. For the banking sector, you are not a good consumer for the banking. So they will upfront reject whatever loan or whatever finance aid you're asking for. Even if you beg, see, I'm having cancer, I have to pay all these medical bills, see, the hospital is not allowing me to do any of the surgery further. They want me to pay the bill first, only then they are saying they can even allow me to do the chemotherapy. Bank will say sorry. Now, this is what is called as the National Patients Account Services. So, not only President Barack Obama, okay, President Barack Obama and President Trump, President Joe Biden, they're all breaking their heads. But it is God helped me to provide the wisdom the rightful way. Now today, can you see why President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris will resign immediately within the next few seconds? And how President Trump is innocent? And how on this 3 level of prostitutes, I would even include Pence for prostitute, right? His wife is a surgeon or a medical field doctor only. That is why I have to hint him, because he's a filth. He is the deadliest venomous when compared to President Trump. Sadly, President Trump chose a wrong choice. Right? So today, where Vice President Pence will go to jail. His wife is a doctor. Right? President Trump will be laughing out loudest. So out of all these 4 prostitutes, who is highest level of prostitute? Now, only vices will get the correct answer. Here you go, the correct answer is, I'm wisest. Right? I am the wisest in entire earth. I know the correct answer. President Trump is prostitute 1. Vice President Pence in the President administration, prostitute 2. President Joe Biden of Democrat admin of 2020 to 2024 is prostitute 3. And Kamala Harris is, Vice President Kamala Harris of 2020 to 2024 is prostitute 4. Who is highest level of prostitute here? In my book of law, President Joe Biden. Yes, being the women gender, Kamala Harris is the highest level of prostitute. But even then, she becomes less prostitute when compared to the prostitute of President Joe Biden. Because religious faith, right? These 3 male prostitutes are Christians. Versus Kamala Harris' religion faith is different. So there's that innocence part here. I already said what? Innocence is a definition for non-Christians, right? They don't know what they're doing. That's why they're innocent. But they provided all kind of crap. So that can be handled separate. Then, okay, now leave this men population. Let's take all the ladies here, okay? Hillary Clinton is prostitute 1, right? Then, who is that lady? What's her name? The George W. Bush Jr. wife? I don't know. Whatever. She's also prostitute. So prostitute 2. Then Michelle Obama is also prostitute 3. Then Senate Ames, state of Minnesota, Senate Amy is also prostitute 4. Then Elizabeth Warren, Massachusetts State is also prostitute 5. Among these 5 prostitutes, and the 6th one is Kamala Harris. Who is highest prostitute? You all work on the correct answer. I know the correct answer because I'm the wisest, isn't it? These 5 Christian women are the highest prostitutes when compared to the non-Christian Hillary, what's her name? Kamala Harris. Got it? Okay. Now, I don't think all these are any of them are in the medical field. So that is why all the 6 ladies are innocent. By gender level, they are innocent. Double innocent always, no. So they will not even come into this classification of who is created this partner, because women are double innocent always. Move them aside. Okay. Now, men only saying always they are the caregivers, isn't it? So, what happened to Jimmy Carter, President Jimmy Carter, President George W. Bush Jr., President Barack Obama, President Trump, and President Joe Biden? They all knew something's not right in the Medicare. They all could not fix why the population are getting the long medical bill that can create debt, financial debt, that can make them to go foreclosure to sell the homes, to pay for the cancer billing. Then community have to beg and they have to raise money for the cancer patients. And Facebook will say, go create GoFundMe and beg like that. Even after that, they will not be able to pay that medical billing for the cancer. They will die from stress, no matter what. When they are living, when the cancer patients are living in human kingdom, 7.9 plus billions are there. Not only one government is there. There are 2 governments in each nation for fighting with each other every single day. And not only 2 governments, there are too many different government operations. Senate is there, GOP is there, Congress is there, House of Representatives is there. Then Nancy Pelosi, the prostitute, also will be there. Nobody will know. Nobody will fix anything. They'll just keep on fighting. And they have to provide the show. We are working on stimulus. See, we have signed this. That is there. Oh, there is bipartisan. Oh, it's going to shut down. Oh, there is coming. Oh, no. See, the check is coming. It will not come. How can it come when this kind of a crap is there? Right? So, then I already said, right, for your brain there is a sales tax. This Queen Elizabeth II, how much of fanatic love for dollars, isn't it? She does not keep quiet just by drinking dollars from other sources. She wants to drink blood of human cells. So she provided tax for your brain, tax for your nose, all your external organs, and tax for your heart, tax for your internal organs, everything for tax. Can you see why Humana in the state of Wisconsin is going to seal and shut down and will be in jail in another 1 second? They all are freaked out. Because Humana is a health insurance provider. And St. Mary's will be one of the vendors for them. And St. Mary's, having that Roman Catholic Christian name, only provides tax for your brain, tax for your nose, tax for your leg, tax for your toes, tax for every crap, right? Tax for oxygen, tax for your hair, everything tax, my dear fellow mankind. So that many tax, 3 times tax. So sales tax, state tax, and federal tax. Then each and every single organ tax. We have only 206 bones. So one bone, that many 3 tax. Sales tax, federal tax, state tax. So 3 types of tax multiplied by 206 bones. So that much of tax dollars will be eaten by Queen Elizabeth II every single day. This is exclusive of white cops going grabbing and throwing all the colored skin in the prison facility and the juvenile facility. So that's also 3 types of tax only. She will eat that also. Like a monster. She's a monster, isn't it? Cannibal. Right. She's a man-eater. Nobody knew. And the doctors, for them it's a jackpot. For the banking, it's not a jackpot when you're having a cancer issue. Workplace, if you're going to become pregnant, they do not like it. If you're going to become cancer, they do not like it. Even if you're having divorce, they do not like it. Right? They don't care. They really don't care if you're a LGBTQP, if you're a straight, if you're married, you've had free sex, you're a prostitute, what not. They really don't care. how humanity got destroyed. If you're going to beg that you're a cancer patient, please provide me some affordable solutions from working from home solutions, they will say, get out. They'll resign, they'll fire you. Today, what they can do, they'll only puke pus, isn't it? Like a pus as a stinking pus that comes from the deepest wounds. All the workplace I'm talking about. Right? They're all educated, not monsters they are in the workplace, no. So why educated population only creating hell? What happens to that humanity? Why dollars, that priority destroys humanity in pieces? Why? How? Right? So I nailed it down. So when I nailed it down, 7.9 plus billions will only nail on the forehead of Pope Francis. This is how civil justice operates. So rather than population asking the government, they will take the hammer and they will take a nail and just hammer it on the forehead of Pope Francis. He cannot escape. This is the power of the population. It's population time. It's never about the absolute monarchs' time anymore. Absolute monarchs organizations will be sealed and shut down. Right? Roman province justice organizations will be sealed and shut down. Archbishops, everybody will take the hammer and a nail it on the archbishop's forehead. Enough of archbishop's crap. We don't want even to say the rosary anymore crap. That's what people will say because the crime is deadliest, isn't it? One side they say rosary, the St. Mary's Hospital will have even chapel also. Right? Do you all know how many Roman Catholic Christian hospitals are there in Tamil Nadu alone? When I said I took the hammer and nailed on the forehead of Pope Francis, I was not joking, my dear fellow mankind. Right? He will puke pus and he will die in ashes, Pope Francis. The crap, the deadliest prostitute, he is in the whole entire earth. So who took the curse? United States of America. President Joe Biden, lawyer. Vice President Kamala Harris, lawyer. President Barack Obama, lawyer. Hillary Clinton, lawyer. Bill Clinton, lawyer. Amy, lawyer. Then Elizabeth Warren, lawyer. Bernie Sanders from state Vermont, lawmaker. And Mitt Romney also lawmaker. Where will they are going to have their faces? You know, they are all in the presidential elections. They said they can fix the health care, right? Can you all see how I nailed on their foreheads? Can you all see? How many women were there for the Democrat presidential candidates? I all proved that how prostitutes they are, deadliest prostitutes they are, and they backed off, isn't it? And how Kamala Harris came and fall in trap. It's not her fault. And how Amy and Elizabeth Warren, the deadliest prostitutes, made that also to happen. Right? They are all Christian prostitutes. When I'm saying the prostitutes, the Christian prostitutes, the women Christian prostitutes are the highest level of the prostitutes when compared to the non-Christian prostitutes. Both of them are prostitutes. Both of them are evil only. But who is more? Who is less? That thin layer, signs of the civil justice, right? After how long I cracked this puzzle? I cracked it in 2016 and I nailed it down by the time 2018 because that's when I cracked down the Italy Stock Exchange Borsa crime, right? And they all got it now. Why I did not get that Supreme Judge job, right? Why they threw acid on me. You all get it right now. You all got it right now because of all this puzzle I'm unlocking, so you're able to make all the puzzles to be put together and it all makes sense, right? Collection agencies is crime, and then medical collection. This is National Patients Account Services is a collections agency's type. They provided a deadliest crime, isn't it? Now tell me, who should have sat next to the hospital, St. Mary's Hospital, and educated, hey, do not provide National Patients Account Services collection agencies, just seal and shut down collection agency? Who should have said? Is it you? Is it your job? No. Is it my job? Never. Is it government's job? No. Is it national leader's job? Never. Then whose job? Is it God of true Christianity created all this kind of a crap? No. Then who? Pope Francis created St. Mary's Hospital. So it is Pope Francis should have sat next to the St. Mary's Hospital teams and should have educated, right? Let's all say rosary like that. He could have started like that. Then let's all say Lord's Prayer like that, right? And then let's all say Amen like that, right? And then could have sat and educated. Hey, see. I only created St. Mary's Hospital, St. Jude's, Cancer for the Children Hospital, all for crime and all for tax thing. Let's whisper and keep it to ourselves, okay? Don't ever dare to tell to any of the population. They'll all will kill me in ashes. Now, it's okay, I only created all that crap. I only even created juvenile children cancer. Pope Francis only created adult cancers also. Now, do not have any patients account services, do not have any collections agencies, do not have any credit score. If the people cannot pay, let them not pay. He could have said at least that. He could have educated that at least, right? Don't y'all think so? How easy is it, isn't it? In fact, he's the one who is sponsoring for all the medical hospitals, my dear fellow mankind. Be it St. Mary's Hospital, be it St. Jude's Children's Cancer Hospital. They're all getting dollars only from Pope Francis every single day. So whose job is it? Who's accountable to educate the St. Mary's Hospital? They all got it now. Who am I? Keep working on it. Pope Francis will puke the pus, and he's the cursed one. He will be gone in ashes in volcano only. Watch and see. This is just one of the crime, like all the other crimes I've been displaying. National Patients Accounts Collections Agency. And I was only educating there should not be any collections agencies or tax or anything. People should not be paying any tax of any form. So collection agency is what? Tax collecting firm agency. Got it? So that means that is how everything became tax. So people were wondering, oh, there's nothing free for humans. That's how the brains got overwritten. They got fooled. But I was educating people should never pay tax. And here you go, that's a proof that Pope Francis created the tax fraud. And Pope Francis must resign immediately. Pope Francis must resign immediately. Right? What would I have done? And I, Vethapriya PROSE, must be the Vatican leader now, and I must be the medical chief director now. I proved I am the only one civil doctor in whole entire human kingdom worldwide. There are no doctors yet. I proved it, right? I proved it round this session. I proved it. How many male doctors are there? Why not even one male doctor? Because they are going to pledge. When they are going to pledge, before starting the medical school, they are going to pledge. They are going to provide the services to save the lives. They'll never punish innocent. Here you go with this collections and patients account services. They are punishing the population, isn't it? Power grab. All people wanted to go to the work only to get the title, get the job, and get the paycheck, and then kill the fellow mankind. How many female doctors are there in the hospitals? Why nobody knew there should never be any collections agency? How many? So that means nobody can say, please provide proof, because Dr. Fauci, Dr. Briggs proved it, right? They just proved it. Don't all think so? They proved it. Instead of providing mass crime, they could have sat and explained everybody why on the earth there is a collections agency in hospital services when it should not be. It's civilians' birthright to get free medical care services wherever hospital it is, whatever urgent care or emergency clinic it is, they have to get free medical services only. Why nobody educated it? Because Queen Elizabeth II and Pope Francis, the Roman Catholic Christians, they educated United States of America, United States of America. We do not like, that means the absolute monarchs do not like African Americans or black skin. So, let's say in the state of Maryland, if the African Americans are knocking on the hospital for a pregnancy services or cancer services, they'll be rejected upfront. How? Why? Pope Francis and Queen Elizabeth said so. And it is clearly written in the Statue of Liberty that African Americans must be slaves forever. They will never get any national benefits, and they'll be grabbed by the white-skinned cops every single day, and they'll be thrown on the jail. All these sentences is not written, but in one of the amendments it clearly says, the amendment says slavery is mandated. Tax is mandated. What more is needed to display for a wrongful amendment, isn't it? Now, when these foolish and criminal doctors, when they are able to create more poverty for the population and reject population for African Americans, the same Pope Francis, the Roman Catholic Christian only, and Queen Elizabeth II also says she's a Christian too, right? She only says, doctors, very careful, always have sign alcohol and tobacco as healthiest. That way I get to drink tax dollars every single day. Let's have that deal. And don't let it out to the population, because they all will kill me in ashes. This is what a deal. Behind the scenes there's a deal sign off between the doctors and the Queen Elizabeth II and Pope Francis. How the proof is? Dr. Fauci and Dr. Briggs. They got the salary, $1 million. Will you get a $1 million for fooling a mask for a plague that never existed? No, because you should have a doctor title. And they got it. They have the doctor title, so they misused that power. That's all, in the name of doctor. Not anymore, isn't it? The USA must pay me $2 trillion for the damages done by Dr. Fauci. Then Dr. Fauci, even when he's taking God's time, if he's taking shelter in the coffin, even if the Republican Mitch McConnell asked Dr. Fauci, please, can you create one more scandal like COVID-19 scandal in 2025 or 2026? This Dr. Fauci will say, sorry, I'm fine in coffin, please do not disturb me. Like that he will go. Because this is how the civil justice must be provided. Whenever there is a crime, just nail it down and get the civil justice right away. It should not be delayed, right? It should not be delayed. What would you all have done? What would you all have done? It's a deadliest scandal, my dear fellow mankind. It's not to be taken light. No. This is for a cancer only. Okay, if you are having a headache, it can be a migraine or any other thing, stress or whatever. If you want to run to the hospital, you will not be able to go to the hospital. Right? If you want to go to the Walgreens, you have to pay $5, $10, then sales tax, federal tax. Then what tax is there? State tax, 3 types of tax. And on top of it, that medical drug, whether you're going to get a ibuprofen or Aleve or Tylenol, whatever crap it is there on the pharmaceuticals, they will say there is a side effects. They've listed out. That many side effects are there. They list it out. So that means people can even die from the side effects. They can get more diseases out of the side effects alone. After when? After paying, you are paying your sales tax, federal tax, and state tax. When you are paying tax, at least they should have provided ibuprofen with zero side effects, then painkiller with zero side effects, right? That is what people will expect. So people's brains got fooled that, okay, we have to go to the Walgreens and get the painkiller which is having a side effect. So that should not be even drugs, medical drugs anymore. That should not be even diseases after all. So when I proved to the Department of Health Services, that Justice, that Department of Health Services, whatever services that they provided to the USA government forever, since 500 years old, it is crime, Department of Justice. Please have Department of Health Services to pay $500 billion to me. It is because of that they created this crap. Because all the Walgreens, all the CVS pharmacy, all Amazon pharmacy, Target pharmacy, Walmart pharmacy, they all will be shut down. Many dollars will be gone in 1 single second. They do not want to lose that. But today they have to go to jail anyways, right? So let's say if you're going to get a ibuprofen and you're not able to pay, you're swiping that card, you're getting ibuprofen from Walmart, and then you're not able to pay for that ibuprofen. They'll be sending to the collections agency. Collections agency will threaten you, right? It is almost like they will threaten you keeping the knife on your neck. And the civilians have to get feared mode, freaked out mode, and they will pay that money to the collection agency. Who created this kind of an organization? Pope Francis, right? This crime is happening in St. Mary's Hospital. Roman Catholic Christian Hospital is funded by who? Did you all provide the funding? No. Now tell me, Department of Welfare Services, they've laid me off, right? Can you all see? Now they have to be in the jail and they have to be sealed and shut down any moment. They cannot be operating anymore, right? Because I nailed down all the puzzles, all the crimes one by one, right? I nailed it down, right? So this session is all about National Patients Account Services. Please celebrate Merry Christmas, my dear fellow mankind. Why? You all know why, isn't it? Nobody was able to track down the crime that's provided by the hospitals and the clinics and the urgent care and the paramedics and the ambulance. Everything is tax. Cops providing you ticket, right? Nobody knew what was the scandal behind that. And I cracked it down. We all celebrate Merry Christmas. Celebrate now. Let Pope Francis get fried in ashes because of that alone, right? When worldwide is celebrating Merry Christmas now on a spring day, Pope Francis must be fried in ashes. That is the civil justice, my dear fellow mankind. When tax agency of USA is shutting down, Queen Elizabeth must die in the heart attack. Netanyahu must even get fried in ashes in his hometown in fake Israel land. Then it becomes easy, right, to provide the death penalty. Iran leader will get fried ashes in Iran itself. No matter what, USA will go and pick that ashes and then throw in the volcano only. They all must end up only in the volcano, in Hawaii only, because I get to pick and choose where the death penalty must be provided for whoever not qualified to live in earth. If they want to say Allah, they can say Allah in volcano, get fried in ashes. If they want to say peace be with you, assalamu alaikum, I will say please, okay, go say that crap in the volcano and get fried in ashes, get lost. Right? Dalai Lama says, Yoga Guru says, I'll say, go say whatever crap you want in the volcano. Just get up. Right? Just get up. Can you see why the software world is panic mode? First of all, they should not be having any collections agency. Then they should not be having any credit bureau agency. Then third of all, they should not be having any national patients accounts collection services agency. What would you all have done if you are a pope and you are giving fundings for the St. Mary's Hospital that provides cancer operation, inpatients operations and outpatients operations and test labs and whatnot for the St. Mary's services? What would you have done? You'll keep working on it, okay? So with that said, I will quickly read through this. I again proved what? Pope Francis is a crack. Pope Francis is a prostitute. Pope Francis is never a god. Pope Francis is never a caregiver. Rather, he is a hell creator, hell giver after all, right? He gives hell to each and every civil in worldwide in different forms, and nobody knew, that's all. It's innocence, innocence of population, innocence of government, innocence of national leaders. Everybody knew something just not right in the health insurance. They just could not nail it down, and I nailed it down, and that displays I am born to save the world. I am that I am. You keep working on who am I. I, Vethapriya PROSE, prove the deadliest crime and displayed to all nations and entire human kingdom. I, Vethapriya PROSE, is excellent layman, true civil doctor, and that can provide fastest open bypass surgery for eyes, heart, brain for 7.9 plus billions of humans same time, and broke world record and providing divine healing fastest than any robo. And why robots worldwide fears me only, for I am that I am, born to save the world, for I display deadliest war crime classification of financial debt, foreclosure and rental eviction, collections agency scandal, and FICO-score Holocaust Nazism crime, and then national patients account services tax fraud crime to the USA government. President Joe Biden must resign immediately because he provided a deadliest crime. National patients account services crime. Can you see that 1.9 trillion stimulus package became zero value, became invalid because the National Patients Account Services Collections Agency crime is deadliest skyrocketing scam crime? President Joe Biden will announce that he will resign any moment. Watch and see. For I displayed deadliest war crime, classification of financial debt, foreclosure and rental eviction, collections agency scandal, and FICO Holocaust Nazism crime to the USA government. I, Vethapriya PROSE, want for civil justice as Pope Francis must resign now. And I, Vethapriya PROSE, become Vatican leader. All male genders in all nations only created poverty, finance debt, foreclosure and rental eviction, collections agency scandal, FICO score scandal, and national patients account services scandal, the poverty mandate scandal. It's worldwide the same. In India, you have to pay the money, otherwise they will not do heart surgery. In India, you have to pay the money, otherwise they will not do chemotherapy. But they will do whatever crap in the whatever, not what not. That is why India Prime Minister Mr. Modi fell down in knees before me, because that is a hidden puzzle, right? Because women are treated as trash in India. Only in India, I would say. Means all other nations, the women are treated as trash. But where women are treated as trash, infinite level, women are treated as trash only in India, in whole entire planet Earth. So that means how that man Mr. Modi fell down in knees before I am that I am. You keep working on that end. All male genders in all nations only created poverty, finance debt, foreclosure, and rental eviction. Yes, my dear fellow mankind, Mother Teresa having orphanages in India, that must also be having collection agency. Can you all must have been cursing me to death, right? When I said Saint Mother Teresa is a prostitute. Now you all got it, right? Pope Francis had collection agency for the orphanages. And he'll be thrown in volcano. Watch and see. More crime is there. You all have to keep on puking. Don't hide. If you're going to get dehydrated, drink water and start puking. Non-stop puking only. All male genders in all nations only created poverty, finance debt, foreclosure and rental eviction. Why President Trump and President Joe Biden not able to fix it? Because they are all yielded to sexual immorality, prostitutes. Why President Obama, being lawyer, cannot fix it? Prostitutes yielded to sexual immorality. Why President Jimmy Carter could not fix it? Prostitute yielded to sexual immorality. That is why. Then why George W. Bush always portrays himself to be very Christian, holy, and Billy Graham fanatic follower? Because he is the highest level of prostitute. Among all the prostitutes, he is the highest level of prostitute and yielded to sexual immorality. Everything got traced. The healthiest process is a traceable, measurable process, right? That is how the true crime can be root cause can be identified and the root cause can be burnt in ashes. And that is exactly what I am doing right now. Pope Francis must resign now, and I must become the Vatican leader now. For that many years, people were able to deal with this a true criminal versus I am the true owner of all nations. Let the humans deal with me, the toughest me. Right? Don't you all think so? Oh my gosh. All male genders in all nations only created poverty, finance debt, foreclosure, and renal eviction, collections agency. So I, Vethapriya PROSE, proved males can never be caregivers. Pope Francis is a god, right? Then why he created this kind of a crap, National Patients Account Services? I already said, when he is going to get a cancer, the doctors will provide free. Queen Elizabeth gets cancer, she will get free. Senate gets a cancer, they will get free, subsidized or waived or almost free medical care. Hollywood actors and actors the same. Our population the crap to the governments of nations? Not anymore, isn't it? It is we, the population, are showing the power of the population. No population, no nation. So that means the government should provide the government operations according to the needs of the population only, not according to their will and pleasures. No. I never asked for Pope crap. I never asked for foolish Dr. Fauci and Dr. Brinks. I never asked for prostitute Queen Elizabeth II. So USA have to pay the price. That's all. Then, Queen Elizabeth II only created poverty, finance debt, foreclosures and rental eviction and FICO score scandal and collection agency tax fraud of poverty mandate, and NPAS means National Patients Account Services and PAS means Patients Account Services. Tax fraud crime. So I, Vethapriya PROSE, proved there are never women, for total women population in earth is evil prostitutes. Right? Now tell me, can you all see those among the 5 justice people who signed? There were 3 women only. They are all prostitutes. They are all deadliest human endangered species after all. Right? Family bonding endangerment, and they should be in the jail only until I can bail them out. They are the family bonding endangerment that comes under the war crime, the Nazism, Holocaust Nazism crime. So US federal government will only provide death penalty for they provided injustice to me. And I still stand before them and I only can provide the bailout, right? For them. Women, that's how the women can be so super evil. Why men fear super evil is because of whatever I'm displaying, right? Queen Elizabeth II is a super evil. Who created National Patients Account Services? Figure out the correct answer. I want only correct answer. Is it God of true Christianity? If yes, why? If no, why? I, Vethapriya, PROSE, prove the deadliest crime, and I want Pope Francis, God of USA, to resign immediately, and I, Vethapriya, PROSE, to become the Vatican leader now, and dethrone Queen Elizabeth II, the prostitute who created all this crap. And the federal government of USA must go to the Buckingham Palace and get back the Kohinoor crown, the diamond crown that rightfully belongs to I am that I am. And for the first quarter of the fiscal year 2021, January 2021, February 2021, March 2021, at fault found guilty, Republican government and Democrat of USA and Absolute-Monarchs, Antichrist, Queen Elizabeth II, and Pope Francis created NPAS, National Patients Account Services Tax Fraud Crime. Worldwide, it's the same. In different avatars, after all, that's all. Antichrist, Pope Francis created NPAS, that is the National Patients Account Services, loans, tax fraud, credit tax fraud, debit tax fraud, gift card tax fraud crime. Now we all got it, right? How many cancer patients would have become foreclosed? And don't you all think that the so-called fancy society, when mocking at the foreclosed population, it's the deadliest crime? Even though there is an innocence, because the population never knows whatever the foreclosed population undergoes through for a brain torture, trauma, right? How many cancer patients became pauper because of becoming cancer alone? Right? Worldwide, it's the same, my dear fellow mankind. Worldwide, it is the same. This crime is the deadliest one. How many humans in the name of doctorism or in the name of medicalism, they abuse that organs. They steal the organs from the humans and sell it to the different countries, and they make money out of it. It's a global scandal that's going on in the name of organ transplantation. And India is one of them. Meaning, Indian population, they are not educated. 95% of the population in India, Tamil Nadu, are not educated. They'll be called to the hospitals, and the doctors and the medical government, Indian government, they will steal the kidneys and hearts like that, and then they will sell it to the United States of America, Australia, London, like that, for dollars, to make a hell lot of money out of it. Pope Francis mandated that. So I nailed on his forehead, and he will resign immediately, and I, Vethapriya, PROSE, will take over the charge, and I will become the Vatican leader. Right? What would he have done? Even that organ scandal is going on in the United States of America. Nobody knows that. I cracked down on the puzzle, isn't it? I cracked down on every crime. Nobody can escape from the crime they have created. Pope Francis mandated that, my dear fellow mankind. If Pope Francis is a crap, he's a prostitute, at least the Roman province justice organizations, the archbishops, the bishops, even they could have educated the St. Mary's Hospital not to provide these kind of a national patients account services scandal, right? Don't you think so? How many times they will say rosary? I only know how many times the Roman Catholic population will say rosary in a day. When I'm saying rosary crap, I'm not joking, right? I'm not joking, no. Antichrist Queen Elizabeth II created National Patients Account Services Loans Tax Crime, Tax Fraud Crime, Credit Card Tax Fraud Crime, Debit Card Tax Fraud Crime, Gift Card Tax Fraud Crime is proved by I. Vethapriya PROSE. For I. Vethapriya PROSE, proved scandal of Absolute-Monarchs and proved Pope Francis' Roman Empire King Herod as of February 2021. Any salary as in tax-free billions of dollars USA government can provide effective immediate using direct deposit to my bank account to I am Vethapriya PROSE, Native Indian tribe, Israelite type, Christian Jew of Israel, Judah, Jerusalem, true owner of all nations worldwide can help me. Scandal phases of Republican Europe, nations worldwide, Republica at fault found guilty, prostitutes of Europe, USA, tax fraud, in March of 2021 is proved. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, NPAS, that is National Patients Account Services Tax Fraud, Loans Tax Fraud, Credit Tax Fraud, Debit Tax Fraud, Gift Card Tax Fraud, crime. Provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya PROSE. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, USA Republican government provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya PROSE. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, USA Democrat government provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya PROSE. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, Queen Elizabeth II provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya PROSE. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, Pope Francis provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya PROSE. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, GOP Mitch McConnell provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya PROSE. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, President Trump 2016 to 2020 and President Joe Biden 2020 to 2024 and state governors of 50 states of USA provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya PROSE. At fault found guilty of fatal negligence, Supreme Court Judge Brett Kavanaugh provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya PROSE. At fault found guilty fatal negligence of Roman province Jesuits organizations of state of Wisconsin, state of Michigan, state of Illinois, state of New York, state of New England, state of Maryland, state of Louisiana, state of Missouri, state of California, state of Oregon provided tax fraud is crime is proved by I. Vethapriya PROSE. Note Queen Elizabeth II and Pope Francis and NPAS, that is National Patients Accounts Services, Loans, Credit Card, Gift Card, Debit Card, Tax Fraud created in robocall poverty mandate, enforced poverty disability to I. Vethapriya PROSE on October 2018 is proved. For prostitute Republican government of USA to steal the rightful Supreme Court judge job of USA on October 2018, that rightful belong to I. Vethapriya PROSE. Civil law must be provided now without any delay. I. Vethapriya PROSE, true civil lawyer, true civil doctor, true civil supreme judge, own the text, ongoing civil judge for ongoing civil judge sign off. At fault found guilty and for fatal negligence, USA Republican government and USA Democrat government as in Queen Elizabeth II and Pope Francis, NPAS, that is National Patients Account Services, Loans Tax Fraud, Credit Tax Fraud, Debit Tax Fraud, Gift Card Tax Fraud, create robocall poverty mandate to I. Vethapriya PROSE, true civil lawyer, true civil doctor, true civil supreme judge, and Republican government, GOP leader Mitch McConnell, President Trump, Supreme Court Judge Brett Kavanaugh in October 2018 enforced poverty mandate to I. Vethapriya PROSE abruptly in October 2018, and Republican government of United States of America took away $4,500 in October 2018 abruptly and enforced finance debt of $10,000 plus since October 2018, October 2019, October 2020, and as of January 21, 2021, February 2021, March 2021, I. Vethapriya PROSE enforced disability, finance disability to I. Vethapriya PROSE abruptly. It is crime for at fault found guilty of fatal negligence, US Republican government and US Democrat government and Queen Elizabeth II, Pope Francis, and National Patients Account Services created robocall poverty mandate is proved. And so civil justices, I. Vethapriya PROSE, want Citibank CEO to pay off my debt $10,000 plus and sign off tax-free $5,000 and at fault found guilty of fatal negligence, USA Republican government and USA Democrat government, Queen Elizabeth II and Pope Francis, and NPAS, that is National Patients Account Services, Loan Tax Fraud, Credit Tax Fraud, Debit Tax Fraud, Gift Card Tax Fraud, crime credited, robocall poverty mandate, the fatal negligence, so must sign off tax-free $1,500,000 trillion to be direct deposited to my bank account for all types of damages done by selfish, cunning, Islam, Judaism, Absolute-Monarchs types, wild endangered species, and health creators, and at fault and found guilty, Holy Highness of God of USA, Queen Elizabeth II, Pope Francis, and Republican government of USA will provide the needful to be on the same page accordingly. Thank you all for your time. Take care. Bye for now.